Hey guys, Jamie here for Bird Attack Records. I am here with Pat from Anti-Flag. How's it going?
It's great. We're at Groezrock and it's cold out and rock and roll is happening and it's awesome.
Let me tell you, it was a lot colder last year.
Yeah? Okay. Well, I wasn't here last year, so that's good.
The sun has been out this year.
Yeah,
It's not rained yet.
Yeah.
So we're doing all right.
We're doing okay.
Doing okay.
Yeah, Groezrock is the punk rock like retirement home. Like all the old rockers come out for this one, so it can't be too cold.
For sure.
Yeah.
How does it compare to, you've played like some of the biggest festivals in the world. You played Glastonbury, a headliner stage there a few years ago. How was that?
Awesome. It was dirty and a mess. We did that actually. That was with Billy Bragg as well, and the stage we're playing tonight is Back to Basics, and Billy Bragg actually had a record called Back to Basics. I don't know whether it's has any connection, but in my mind it does. Yeah. So means nothing, no connection at all, but in my mind it does.
Well, Swingin' Utters had a Fistful of Hollow, and that's a Smiths reference, so that was the last interview.
Yeah, Swingin' Utters, amazing band. One of our favorite bands of all time.
They were just here?
Yeah.
They sat in that seat?
Awesome.
Well, Darius did a few hours ago.
Yeah.
So, you've got a pulled pork burger with Just Like Your Mom here this year.
Yes. We're always trying to promote a vegan or vegetarian lifestyle, and you can't be vegan or vegetarian unless the food is delicious. So they made some delicious food, and some people, even if you're a meat eater, might try a vegan pulled pork today and be like, hey, this is all right. Maybe I could do this for a day a month or a couple days a week.
Definitely.
You know?
I was working at Just Like Your Mom last year.
Oh, you were? Brilliant.
And I ate their food all weekend, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And when you just cutting meat out of your diet for one day or one week or month or whatever, that is one less animal that has to be killed for you, which then means you have one less animal that has to be raised, which means all that energy that is produced into creating that can go to something else.
Exactly.
So it's good for you, it's good for the animal, it's good for everybody. So
exactly, it's great for the environment. I think that's the main thing that people need to realize. It's not just about not eating meat. It's not about just the cruelty. It's the environmental impact.
Yeah, the whole system is very devastating to the environment. It takes a lot of energy to raise a cow from a little baby to a 3-year-old cow that you shoot in the head with a big metal bar.
Exactly. So, I've been thinking recently about how nation states are failing people, especially with recent events.
Yes.
And places like this, places like Groezrock, I feel like the punk rock community is a great place that people can just come and kind of live a bit of an alternative lifestyle.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that's amazing about the festival culture, is that it does create a place where you go and you're like, hey, maybe we don't need the police as much as we do in regular life. Maybe we don't have to have these militaries that we spend all this money on, because people seem to be getting along okay without too much problem.
Exactly. It's a great place that people can come and escape from that world for a bit as well.
Escape from Le Pen being elected or almost being elected in France, and Trump being elected in the US, and Brexit and all that other right-wing stuff. But as we go, and I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent here, but when the U.S. invades other countries, it displaces people. Those people who are displaced need a place to go. They become refugees. Those refugees go to other places. When you have refugees and people moving, there's the migration, then you always have the rise of the right wing, which is what we're seeing right now. We're seeing the rise of the right wing as a response to fear of other people moving into their neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So it's nothing new. We knew this was going to happen. It's a natural progression of this experience of climate change and wars in the Middle East by the U.S. So we just need to, when we see the right wing rise up, we need to be there to be an alternative to that and say that this is not normal. It'll go away sooner or later, but it won't go away unless people stand up to it and say this is unacceptable. We cannot normalize hatred and bigotry. And so let's not be afraid of the right wing. Let's just see it as the natural process. We're going to stand up to it. We're going to show it that it is not welcome, and we're going to move on and be a better society after.
Very well said. I saw Painted Black last week.
Yes.
And they were performing like their older songs, and they were saying, we never thought we'd have to play these songs with such like ferocity again. We never thought that society would regress.
Yeah, well, and that's a myth that societies get better and better over time. It's definitely a cycle, and when these cycles come, we have to be prepared. And that's why punk rock is great, because there's always an organizational structure within punk rock that is ready to fight against the right wing when it rears its ugly head again.
Yeah, and that way through music.
Yes.
I knew American Spring was 2 years ago now.
Yes.
You recently released the video "You're Fired."
Yes.
In Donald Trump.
Yes.
Is there any more new music on the way?
Yeah, actually, we wrote a bunch of songs before this tour, and we're gonna go home after this tour and record. So
cool.
There's new music coming.
Nice.
Yeah, how can you not be inspired by the shitty world that we're living in at this moment?
Exactly.
So,
do you feel like not necessarily the world on a scale of like the 70s when punk became kind of a commercial thing?
Yeah.
Do you think the world, like, people need punk rock more than ever now as a voice, as that alternative voice you were talking about?
I don't think people need punk rock, but punk rock is going to make its voice heard whether people need it or not. So, yeah,
That's true.
It doesn't have to be punk rock. As long as people are rising up and realizing that we can't have bigotry and hatred normalized in our cultures, and that's good. It doesn't matter whether it's hip-hop, punk rock, jazz fusion, whatever it is.
In the UK at the minute, the grime scene is doing a really good job of being an alternative voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to them.
Yes.
Well, anyway, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. You didn't get to any of your questions. You got all those questions there. Idea?
Yeah.
You got it? Okay. We made it all happen.
It was seamless.
All right.
Seamless.
Well, brilliant.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.